Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with another update to the day 1 severe weather outlook. Everything for the most part has remained the same since I did my update video earlier. Alright, everything's remained the same for a large part. However, as of the late afternoon update, here this margin here that goes across northeastern Montana, western North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, southwest Minnesota, parts of Iowa, northeast Missouri, and northwest Illinois. That area here, these were originally 2 separate marginals. These were originally 2 separate marginals, okay? These were 2 separate marginals, so... But as of the late afternoon update, the XPC has put the 2 marginals into one, and again that encompasses northeastern Montana, parts of North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, southwest Minnesota, parts of Iowa, far northeastern corner of Missouri, and northwestern Illinois. So, but everything else remains the same. Everything else remains the same. Okay. So cities in today's slides include Indianapolis, Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, South Bend, Indiana, and Champaign, Illinois. And the marginals include Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Jacksonville, Florida, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and New Orleans, Louisiana. So, I'm going to go through the individual threats to see what changed with those. Alright? So, the tornado threat remains the same. No change with the tornado threat. No changes with the tornado threat. Alright, so as of the late afternoon update, the wind threat still remains largely the same. Again, largely the same. The wind remains largely the same. Alright, one of the main changes with the late afternoon update was to combine the 2 5% wind risk areas here. This 5% wind risk that goes across northeastern Montana, mostly North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, southwest Minnesota, parts of Iowa, the far northeastern corner of Missouri, and northwest Illinois. These were, again, originally 2 separate 5% wind risks here. These were originally 2 separate 5% wind risk areas here, which have now combined into one over here, alright? But everything else as of the late afternoon update remains the same, okay? So cities in today's slide include Indianapolis, Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Muncie, Indiana, Lafayette, Indiana, and Anderson, Indiana. And the 5% includes Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Jacksonville, Florida, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Wichita, Kansas. And now for the hail threat, see if that changed. Nope, the hail threat did not change. The hail threat really did not change. So I'm not going to go over the hail threat because the hail threat did not change. Okay? So, yeah. In summary, severe thunderstorms remain possible this afternoon and tonight across multiple parts of the Midwest, as well as on a more isolated basis across the Gulf Coast, South Central Plains, and Northern Plains. So, that's the update I wanted to give. So, anyway, stay safe and affect areas today and tonight. Stay safe and affect areas today and tonight. And again, because this threat looks to go into tonight, make sure you have a way of being notified for severe weather tonight. Make sure you have a way of being notified for severe weather tonight, whether it be your TV, radio, or phone. And if possible, sleep in your safe spot tonight. I highly recommend you sleeping in your safe spot tonight to avoid having to move during the night. And make sure that safe room is on the lowest level of the building you're in. Alright, so stay safe today and tonight, and I will have my day 1 severe weather outlook tomorrow morning. Take care.